Good morning, YouTube friends. It's Cynthia Witness by Scent. And I have a mic on, so I'll try to speak up. Good morning, YouTube friends. It's Cynthia Witness by Scent, just in case you didn't hear me. So today is Wednesday, December something, 10th, I think. I'm sorry, sitting on my remote control to the TV. I was thinking about trying something different. So I do a lot of different things, knitting, crochet, but not as much, but crochet, weaving, spinning, and a little bit of dyeing wool. And I thought instead of like just jamming it all together, I would try to do like Weave It Wednesday, for example. I have to be careful with, well, my title will still be my title, Knits by Scent, and then I would just say, Weaving Wednesday and what I'm working on, or Knitting Tuesday, or something like that. So like whatever day of the week it is that I'm able to film, based on my schedule primarily, and my mood secondary. It is what it is. I will just focus on just that particular type of fiber art. We'll see how it goes. So I went camping not too long ago, and I have a lot of stuff that I leave in my van, and apparently I must have left my tripod in my big tripod in my van. So I have my camera, which is my phone, on a little desktop tripod. So anyway, I am on my Samplett, and I already have it warped with some merino wool. I think it's number 2. It's not a 3. And I have been wanting to do this for my, it's gonna be backwards to you guys, I'm sorry. Inventove Weaving on a Little Loom. Book that I believe I got mine off of Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. And it has, it's a really good book actually. It's got nice colorful pictures. It does have lots of little projects in here. So I mean the book I think was roughly $20 something. So you're getting lots of instructions and also lots of patterns that you can refer to. So I think it's worth the money. So there's this one particular pattern I have had my eyeballs on. And oh, by the way, this also, for those who do not weave, who may be new to weaving is what I'm trying to say, but jumped right to say a table loom or a floor loom or something like that. I do believe the patterns do have, so that it teaches, it tells you how to warp for your table loom or your floor loom. I do have a table loom. I actually haven't used it yet because I still have to put the apron bars on to the loom. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I will get it done. But anyway, this is an Overshot scarf. To make sure you guys can see that. And I have been wanting to actually do this pattern. So when I found it, was like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I should have looked a little bit closer to what size heddles I needed. And I don't have 3 of them. I do have, for my Samplett, I do have 3 7.5 and 3 5.5, but I don't have that many in the size 12 or 10 dent reeds yet. And they're pretty reasonable. I mean, they're like about $30 a piece. So I just, with other stuff, other priorities, so I was just like, dang it, and I can't get that right now. But I decided I'm going to at least do the first trial run, if you will, and I'm just going to use the 7.5 dents for this. So like I said, I already have my warp on the loom. I already did that. And now I just have to, the first thing I have to do is, because I do have the warp kind of tied in. So if something were to happen, I don't have wild animals, but I'm a little clumsy. Sometimes I knock things over and I'm like, daggone it, there goes all my warp. Ah, it's happened. So the first thing I have to do is to mark the heddles, like, because it's not going to be a full 10 inches wide. I think it's 7 inches, and it calls for a 12 dent heddle, which I don't have 3 of. I think I have 1, but I don't have 3. So anyway, I will at some point get, whether it's, if I need to get 2 more or 3, so that I can actually do it in the right dent and stuff. Because I'm sure the pattern's gonna look probably a little bit different because I don't have the right size. But this is also just me getting used to weaving, following, the pattern. So this is what it looks like, right? Like that. Looks kind of crazy on screen probably. But over here are instructions, including it has instructions. So like if you're using a table loom or your floor loom, which heddles to lift and what have you. And then on the side, it has which heddles, I'm sorry, not heddles for the table loom or floor loom shafts. But on the side, this gray and white area here, these are the instructions on the correspondence. So like which heddles I need to lift on the blocks or lower to get the pattern. I'll just use that to hold my page since my marker fell down there. All right. So I, a while ago, had made this my heddle threader hook. I made it adaptive because sometimes holding this, it's very flat, and I do have I guess like a little bit of arthritis in my hands, although they don't get swollen and all that kind of stuff, but they do cramp, especially this finger gets like a trigger finger type of situation. So I modified this so that, because it's when I'm like this, which is why I don't crochet as much, it kind of locks, and that drives me nuts. Doesn't hurt, it's just annoying. So I modified one of these hooks with these little soft, squishy adaptive things that I got a bag of, like, I don't know, it was 12 or 24, I can't remember, for my crochet hooks originally. And then I had a few left, so I adapted 1 or 2 of my hooks. So I'm just going to line this up with the back heddle and tie the string on. Oh, not that one. That one's too short. Oh, gosh, gravity is working, y'all. So that's the first thing I need to do. And my other heddle fell over there. That's okay. So I just tie the strings onto the heddle so I know how wide it's supposed to be. Now I do have a second set of blocks. I can actually permanently attach them to my 48-inch loom because it actually has the space to do that. Not the pre-drawn, not the, I keep looking at it, I'm sorry, it's over there. Not the pre-drilled holes, but it has, you know, arm space, put it that way, where I could actually add them permanently. So that when I want to, if I want to do something fancy on that, with multiple heddles, I can be like, say 3 or 4 heddles, then I would be able to do that. The thing is that sometimes when I'm using my other heddles like this one, I still have my knitter's loom, which it's on Facebook Marketplace. Excuse me 1 second. Because my other heddle, I had them sitting up on here and they fell. Because I was thinking about selling it, but I still have it in case I change my mind, which I might. Anyway, sometimes, you know, that's another one I can I can use it, but you definitely have to use clamps with it because it doesn't really have the space to like permanently put it on. Same with this samplet is the same way. It has this extra wood along the side here. Let's see, I think I have it kind of fastened in there. Let's see. Now, this is a Ashford loom. So let's see if I can show you. So right here, right that little bit, it makes it closed in, so you won't be able to really use the heddles in the right spot. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. I do have stands for all my, well, the rigid heddle looms. I don't have a stand for the table loom because that stand is like $500. It's a little pricey, so it's okay. It's okay. I have it on a table, and I have the table that my tripod is on. I got from my friend Claire. Her mom had passed, and they were cleaning up house, and she said, "Does anyone?" Our tribe consists of 4 people, and I saw the table, and I was like, "Oh, this is a nice table." So she gifted me the table, and it's an IKEA table, and it's adjustable, which is really nice. So I could clear it off. I don't have it overly stuffed with stuff. I mean, it's got stuff on it, but it's easy to clear it off and put it on the smaller table where my actually, let me show you. Let me just show you. Yeah, the table, by the way, is a little messy, so no judgment, okay? All right, so this is the IKEA table that my friend Claire gave me, and it's adjustable. All right, I don't know if you can tell. See that there? Yeah, it's adjustable. So I can rehouse that stuff, even if it's just temporary. And this is, hopefully the glare is not too bad because it's facing the window. There's the table loom. It's a 16-inch. It is a Ashford Brooklyn. So I could either try to sit or stand at that table. I can turn it. It's light enough to turn, or use this adjustable table. All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and put the marks on. Was that one already in the right spot? Oh yeah. I had a string on there from a previous project, and apparently I forgot to cut it off, and I just lost my thread. You know, this is my life. Oh, there it is. So that's cool. I only have to do 1 string. So if you do have a heddle loom, and you're doing something that requires a project that requires multiple heddles, and you've never done that before, this book is great. And other I'd imagine pattern books, I have a couple of them where they actually show you how to work your heddles to get the effect that you want. Now this is where it gets a little tricky right here, dealing with this. So what I would do in this case, let me show you. I use, let me just go ahead and get them since I need them. And while I'm up, hold on. Let me show you some other books that I have. Yes, that's me growling. This thing is heavy. Okay. Let me just backtrack a tiny bit in regards to setting up instructions for setting up for your pattern. So along with this book, I also got the Hand Weaver's Pattern Dictionary. A lot of people do recommend this book. I actually got mine off of Amazon, and I think this book is roughly $30 some odd. I got mine new and good, used in good condition for, I don't even know if it was $20, to be honest with you. So when you're buying books, like on Amazon, see if you can get it used in good condition and whatever, and you'll save yourself some money. So I did do that. Now, I will say that this one definitely focuses more on, I would say, like shaft looms, such as the table loom or floor looms. Because some, my shaft is only 4 shafts right now. I'm already, this is how unfortunately how my brain works. And I say unfortunate because it can take me down rabbit holes that I don't need to be traveling down so quickly. I'm like, I think I might want more shafts. So it's like, Cynthia, why don't you try that one first before you start that? So I'm going to give that a shot. Because I got to make sure I like it. I think I will. I can't imagine that I won't like it. But hey, I don't know. Anyway, so, but there are things that I certainly can do. For example, I have 4 shafts. So, there are lots of 4 shaft patterns in here. I think, I was trying to see if, okay, it might, I can't tell right this second. I don't remember. But they may have a section like, this is for 4 shafts, 8 shafts, 16 shafts, and 120 shafts. I don't think there's that many. You know what I mean. Okay, and then I also got this book as well. Again, from Amazon, the Weaver's Idea Book. And again, it has like pictures. Also has for what's this called? Weaving. Oh Lord, I'm drawing. Tapestry weaving. So it's full of color. Does have instructions. Definitely can use it for rigid heddle weaving, as well as I'm sure all the other type of weaving, pickup sticks, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so really cool. And then let's see. Oh, you get if you haven't ordered a Ashford, if you're thinking about it, if you haven't ordered Ashford looms, you do get a wheel catalog magazine. They don't produce them, I don't think, anymore, because this one was from issue 34, 2022, 23. And I don't care how old the magazine is. It's the patterns are relevant, right? So the textile industry didn't change that much, where like what you have is not gonna work. So like here's a pattern, for example. So there's that, and then there's a couple of like I do have a couple of magazines. Oh, there's this one's a different one. Oh wait, this one's 23, 24. And then I did get some Rigid Heddle magazines. I actually like Little Loom magazines, and mostly Little Loom. I think all of these are Little Loom magazines, and this one is a hand woven. Now, when I got these, I had ordered. This was a couple of months ago, and I had ordered some extra heddles from Heliacon, I think is the name of it. I'm probably saying it wrong. Wish I could find a card real quick to make sure I tell you the right thing. But anyway, on their website, because they do sell these magazines, a lot of times, so like the ones I got like were for 2024. So I purchased them this year, right? 2024, 2023, and normally these, sorry, my nose is a little itchy. Normally these magazines run about $14. I got mine for like $5. I think maybe one of them might have been for $7 or something like that. So that's another good way to get like patterns or the magazines for the patterns with the instructions and all that. And they do, again, colorful instructions, what the finished product should look like, how to warp your loom, especially when I mean, tabby weaving is easy enough, right? A hole in a slot. But when you're working and dealing with multiple heddles, you got to know which string goes in what slot. And so they usually give you pictures to help guide you along, to make sure that you're warping your loom correctly. But yeah, so that's another way to get the magazines where you're not going to be paying the full $14, unless you don't care about that. I mean, I would rather pay less if I can, right? I'm just keeping it real. Now, I haven't done these yet, the overshots, and I did get a couple of crazy overshot books. Again, showing you like just some pictures. They give you the patterns, some examples, things like that. There's a couple of different ones. These are by Myra Wood. I got mine from Amazon. I know there's a different one. I think there's like maybe 3 books altogether. I didn't get all 3 though. And I also did get, which I don't know that I necessarily. Oh, this one's a weaving coloring book. And this goes up to like 8 shafts. Again, from Amazon. I haven't really used this yet. It's all black and white. My brain can't see it sometimes. But anyway, I did also get, oops, I didn't put them inside the thing, that's why. I actually did some of these patterns. I think I have a sample. Oh, I didn't actually make it, you know what I mean? Like, oh, wrapped it up with a bow and ready to go. Let's see if I can find. These are from Etsy. I got these off of Etsy. And there's separate, they're crock bra. I don't know if I said the right weave. You can do with a rigid heddle or on your table loom, floor loom, whatever. Gives you the instructions on the order of the thread. And that was one of the first things I did with multiple heddles, like 3. And I was going to talk about that, so I didn't grab it, but this is my sample. I was just playing around. I think I messed up a little bit, but it was just mostly for me the technique of using 3 heddles. It's very dense. This is just with acrylic yarn. This is very, very dense. And yeah, it's not pretty. It was just a sample. Oh, I'm sorry. So that's one side. I think this is actually the back side. And it looks a lot neater, right? I think this is the underside. Well, either way, I'm sure I will be doing it again, and probably in these colors, because my sister and my dad really like those colors. And I was just thinking about that, was it today or yesterday? I was like, I still have too much of that yarn left. So I live in Virginia, in the DMV area, which is Virginia, DC, Virginia, Maryland area. And so this is Washington Commander town area for the most part. Of course, there's other teams that are out there, right? But my family, kind of like by default, I don't really follow football. They don't pay my bills. I don't care. But no, it's just for fun. But either way, my sister and my dad both are big time like Commander fans. And so I was like, oh, I could make her like a couple of placemats, because I know sometimes they both in their own homes will use like TV trays, and it would be nice, like I can make them like a little placemat to put down, or like coaster to go with it or something like that, just to kind of use that yarn. All right, so anyway, so now that I have got my strings on all my heddles, I have where they're marked. I will take my clamps. Let me see. I wish there was a way, because I can't really adjust the loom or the camera. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this on, and then I'm gonna show you what I did. Which way did I do this? This way. It had to be this way. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these little C clamps, these particular ones. I have a drum carder and I got it from Golden Fleece. He's got a store on Etsy and I believe he's based out of the Netherlands. And I got my drum carder from him. I didn't get the drum carder first. I actually got the blending board, and the blending board came with carding brushes. I think the price has gone up because everything on earth has gone up. But at the time, I got all of that, the board and the brushes, for like $169. And because I paid the membership for shipping, free shipping on just about everything I've purchased from Etsy, which is wonderful. Talk about saving money. That $36 was absolutely worth it. It's $36 a year, so I'm sure I'm going to have to renew that pretty soon. But anyway, so when I ordered the drum carder from, the drum carder from him, it came with these nice clamps, and I like them. So I'm trying to think if I did this right. So anyway, basically, let me turn my camera around again. And all right, so I might have done this backwards. It's very possible. I might have to push that down a little bit, try to line it up. So that way, I only did one side. I have one heddle that can kind of sit here. And then the other two will be in the blocks. So when I'm threading the loom, I can just go like straight to where the thread is supposed to go. So for example, otherwise that'll happen. And that's why it's tied on. I just dropped it down the back. So let me see. Let me get my book here. It's just the, hold on one second. Okay, found the page I was looking for. All right, so see here. So you have heddle 1, 2, and 3, and all the threads are gonna come from the back to the front, right? So the first slot has thread 1 and thread 2. So it's gonna come all the way from the back. Thread 1 is gonna go through the 2 slots from 3, 2, and into the hole in 1. And then the second thread is going to go from the slot to the hole in the second one to the slot in the first one. So this hole is going to get skipped on the next one, and so is that one, because thread number 3 is going to come from the back all the way to the front, because that's thread number 4. And then number 3 is going to go straight into the hole. Am I looking at that right? Oh, I'm sorry. I did skip one. Sorry. It was so light I couldn't see it in the camera. So this is thread 3. That makes more sense. However, I will say that sometimes the threading is not always 1, 2, 3, 4. So see here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3. I mean 3, 2 rather. So that's why it's like when you're warping, I won't do the warping. I might do it on camera a little bit. It will take me a while just to make sure I'm doing it correctly. But yeah, so when you have your heddle set up, like I said, for the samplet, I don't have space for the actual heddle block because I have an extra double heddle block that you can purchase. I was trying to see if a single might work, and it won't work for this. It's just not enough space. But I think 16-inch, like the regular inch heddle, I think does. I'm not 100% sure. But I like my samplet because this is what I do my samples on. So, and it's also easy to transport. I literally will take it off the stand or I might even just leave it on the stand, honestly. And because it's so small and I have a minivan, I can actually stand it up in my van, and I have things to keep it from falling all over the place. And I sometimes I'll take it to my my knit group at the library every now and then, or I can actually take the loom off the stand and set it like pretty much into one of those plastic storage containers, and it fits right in there, and I can put all my supplies and stuff. If I have one that's kind of not real small, but it won't go all the way in, but because it kind of tapers in on the bottom of the loom, it kind of sits there like on top of it, but then I can put my supplies underneath of it, which is really nice. So it's really easy to travel with. It's honestly easier to travel with than my knitter's loom, which is meant to travel with. I also have a 28-inch knitter's loom. So, and come to find out, everything, including the stand, can pack up into that bag. But that's neither here nor there. All right, so now that I have my strings marking where I need to go, I do need to put the other clamp on and make sure that the heddle will hold tight. And I'm gonna start threading the loom, okay? So while I get started, I wish I could show you, but yeah, this is what happens when you don't have your toys in the right spot, such as my tripod. Let me get started on this and then I'll show you where I am, okay? Hold tight. All right, so I made a change. Let me show you what I did. I do it this way, but it seems to be working out a little bit better. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So the clamps, I actually reversed it and I had, okay, seriously, get out of my way. Now I have the body of the clamp more on the inside there, instead of sticking out on the outside. I don't remember doing this before, but it seems to be, I just started working okay. This thread here is actually, I do my salvage a little different because I don't have those things yet. And I know I can use almost anything, but it's worked for me okay before. So now I'm going to go ahead and start warping up the loom, and I'll check back in with you. Okay, so that I just want to kind of show you. So I basically I put little bundles here on the ones that I did just to prevent them from falling apart. And I have been laying down my front heddles, my first two heddles, to thread 4, 3, and 4, because I can't get my hand, back there. There's no space to do that. So let's see, I just did, and I'm also using this washi tape just to help keep me on track of where I'm at, and I'm just rolling back as I go. So I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have to do a 1, 2, 1. All right. I'm going to try to, so this is a 1, 2, 1 is the next one, right? So there's nothing to go into this hole here. They both are going to go through the slot. But first I want to make sure I have my 1 and my 2 threads correct, because they're getting a little twisty back here. So usually I do like a little tug. That one's obvious just because I'm standing over it. And I do have to stand up and sit down a lot. It's good exercise. So, and that's going to be for thread 2. Let's see if I can do this with my single hand. I don't know if I can. I actually thought I was recording a couple of minutes ago. And I did this whole thing and I wasn't even recording. So practice. But what I did was I put my camera down on my loom on the front bar. It's a little crooked, I apologize. There we go. I'll try not to knock it. So they both are going to go through the third heddle into a slot. I can grab it back there. There we go. All right. Again, this why do I have, oh, one's folded. I was like, wait, why do I have 3? Okay, this one to the right, this one here. This is for for hole number 1. Oh, sorry. Stay there. I'm going to carefully lift up this heddle number 2. Okay, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4. So this next slot is going to be for thread number 1, but the hole next to it is going to be for thread number 2. Now we're skipping, well, it looks like we're skipping a slot, but we're actually are not skipping this slot because thread 3 and 4 are in there already. Now I'm going to bring 1 through the slot. Here we go. And I'm going to carefully lift up heddle number 1. And all right, so this slot is, yep, this slot already has 3 and 4 in it. So the hole next to that is for thread number 1. And then 2, which is already in its hole, is going to go in the slot next to that. Voila. There we go. Sorry that it's not quite centered. So that was a 1, 2, 1, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So actually I'm going to go ahead and just put these batch together in one little slot. Just a little simple knot. Not tight, because you obviously want to take it out. Okay, so 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to lay these down again. And this heddle is sitting nicely on the C-clamps. It is a little bit lower, but that's okay. Okay, I'm on the second half of my batch here. Now, because I don't have the right size dent, it won't be as, I won't have all the whole pattern as far as like the width of the pattern, like what am I trying to say, all the repeats. Yeah, all the repeats, because I just don't have a smaller dent to do it, but that's okay. That's why it's called a sampler. All right, so I'm going to cut my ends here. Snip, snip. Okay. So again, let me just check. We are starting with a 4. So this one is a 4, and 4 is going to go all the way through to the front. 3 is actually going to go in the hole. So this one's 3. I hope you guys can see that because I'm standing over it, so I can't quite see the screen. Camera, pull that out, goes in the hole. And while I'm at it, 1 and 2, they are actually going to go in the slot next to that hole. Let's see here. So let me stand this up. So they're going to go through this slot here, 4 and 3. Come on, get on there. 4 and 3. I'm sorry. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is my front heddle is actually still in a down position. I'm just basically gonna come up from the bottom and weave those threads in. I'm gonna see if I can show you because I got it hooked onto the. See, I have it coming up from the bottom into the next slot, and I'm just gonna pull those down. So now those are already where they belong. Okay, and now I'm gonna take, so that was 3 and 4. So now I need to do 2 and make sure that I have the right thread for that heddle. And the reason why I did that with the heddle down is because that was string 3 and 4, and I still have to do 2 and 1. And I didn't want to like do up and down, up and down. Okay, so let me make sure this one is string 2. So we'll twist it back here. Just technically okay. So 3, 4 is in the slot, 2 in this hole, 1 in the slot next to it. Okay, so now for the front heddle, I'm going to lift up. 2 is going into, we're going to skip the hole, a hole, slot for 2, and then the next hole for 1. Helps if I put the hook on right side up. Yeah, I will say having my little adapter thing. Oh no, there we go. I can get the head all the way through. I just wasn't, I don't know why I wasn't just doing that just now. All right, there you go. So those are now threaded. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna keep threading this now that I'm like halfway done. Yep, I'm gonna keep threading now that I'm halfway done. Yeah, I'm on the second bundle now. So let me get through that and I'll be back. Okay, I have no idea how long that took, but I got it warped. Oops. Oh no, I just pulled a string out of somewhere. Oh, dang it. Oh, that was for 1. I'm not sure. It didn't go all the way into the hole correctly. So let me just put that back where it belongs. I actually, like, full transparency, and I know I probably should have tried to record it, but I already struggle with that as it is. I'll just tell you what happened. So at some point, probably because I was trying to record and talk at the same time, I kind of got a little lost in the pattern. So I did have to take out some of it and just kind of like go back and backtrack. And I think I had actually missed one of the patterns or something. I'm not really sure. So again, still using my washi tape, I just started to narrow like where I'm at. I put it on both sides. And then put check marks to make sure to like double check, like that's what I did. That was the last thing I did, and I did it correctly. And as you can see, some mishaps still happen, like that string, I accidentally pulled it out by mistake. But anyway, so now I got the whole thing warped up, or the heddles dressed. And for some reason, I'm not really sure, it makes me a little nervous, I actually have a loop of thread left. I don't know why. But that's why this is just a sample. So if it don't come out right, I won't cry about it too much. The yarn that I'm using for, oh, do I still have the wrapper for this? It was from Hobie. I think it was a free skein of yarn that I got. Oh, I should have taken a picture. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it. But it's let me see if I can find some of the colorways on like the different colors. This all came from one skein of yarn, and like here are some of the colors. I'm going to use my shuttle boats. So it's self-striping ingredient. Yeah, I didn't label the boats to know which direction, which color should go first. I just started winding my shuttles up. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I have a lot of them in here too. Let's like this purple and red thing. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I want to see how this Weaving Wednesday business goes. I have the loom warped now. I am dressed. I'm going to go ahead and tie off. I do want fringe for this. So yeah, I'm going to tie off on the apron rod after I cut off this string that I don't need on there anymore. And give me a minute and let me see if I can find the warp that I'm using for you. And if I happen to come across the wrapping for the yarn I'm using from Hobie, I feel like it was, nah, I can't remember. I just remember that it was like Circus something, I think. Circus something. It's like really bright and bold. It was something I got for free because like I do a membership and I rack up points, and so it was one way of using points. So hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, when I thought about doing this Weave It Wednesday and focus just on the weaving stuff, I had already warped the loom and got my boat shuttles ready to go. So I wasn't even thinking about like trying this format, if you will. But so the yarn that I'm using for the warp, I think I got this from Hobie as well. Could have been, it's been a long time. I got this a long time ago. But anyway, it's Black Neuro. It is a merino, Touch of Merino it's called. Oh, it's a Lion brand product. So I wouldn't have gotten this from Hobie. I am not sure where I got this from. But it is a Lion brand product, and let's see, it is 100 grams or 257 yards. It's a number 3. Okay, there you go, a number 3. It is 90% acrylic and 10% merino. Like they said, it's just a touch. But anyway, there's the packaging. I'm not sure where I got this from. It could have been straight from Lion brand. That's a real possibility. I do remember I ordered it from wherever I ordered it from. I got it off, excuse me, I ordered it from the internet. Pardon me. All right, so, yep, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie this off, again, because I want fringe. And I do want to share with you 2 items that I mostly finished. And I say mostly finished because I just need to do the fringe part. But I did this yarn I got from Gilderland, CC Wools up in Gilderland, New York. It's all wool. This is some like art yarn that I got. The weft is self-changing. So yeah, and then I got, and just, I don't have the packages for it because I don't. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, it was like wool. I think this is like probably a number, I don't know, probably like a number 2 or 3. Level of yarn. And then the weft is, I mean, it's a little bulky. I would say probably anywhere from like a 3 to 4. Like there's some yarn it's like thicker than others. But yeah, it's a scarf. It's a nice little scarf. You just fold it in half. You could do that, and it's I wish I could remember what the wool is. I'm sorry, I don't know, but I don't think it was merino. I'm pretty sure it was not. I say that because there is like a little slight itch to it. I'm not wearing this right. There's a little itch to it, very slight, so the microns might be a little bit higher, but it's still nice. I mean, it's an outerwear, so like over clothes or around, you know how to wear a scarf, right? A regular scarf. You can do whatever you want with it. It's just a basic scarf, but it's really pretty. I love that it's the color change makes it look like I did something fancy, and I absolutely did not. I didn't spin the yarn either. This is another kind of a longer scarf, kind of like a wrap type of situation. A short wrap, if you will, maybe. You can go over your shoulders nicely. I did this one on my Knitter's Loom, I'm sure. I did this one on my sampler, because it's like 10 inches wide. This is yarn. This is the Weft Self-Changing Prism from Mary Maxim. Again, yarn that I got a long time ago. And this particular colorway is Surfside. 3.5 ounce, 100 grams, 290 yards. I think I used maybe a full ball. I don't think I needed more than that for the weft. It's a number 3, and it's really I don't say loose. That's not the. It's like kind of fluffy, right? I personally wouldn't try to use that as a warp. I wouldn't trust it. I think it would like tear apart. And then the weft. Again, it's gonna be backwards to you, sorry. Stylecraft Special Double Knit yarn, 100% acrylic, and I used it's hard to say because the first time I used my Knitter's Loom and I was gonna do a different pattern, and with like multiple heddles and stuff, and that wasn't going so well, so I actually stopped, took it off the loom, the whole nine. So I think it's possible I used a little bit more than one skein, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so yeah, so it's about it literally says approximately 295 meters or 322 yards. I ordered this from Ophelia Knits, I think is the name of Ophelia's Crochet. I think that's the name of her YouTube channel. A couple of years ago, at least 3 to 4 years ago. It might have been even before the days of COVID. It's really possible for all this. Well, not all this, not this, but for this merino yarn and I think the Prism yarn, it's not quite that old. Not that it really matters. As long as you take care of your yarn, it will last for a long, long time. But I got this a long time ago, and when I knew I was gonna make this for her, my friend, and I asked her colors, and she's like, "Oh, I kind of do like the teal and like the darker shades, so and like the browns and stuff." And so I thought this is really nice. There is one little glitch with this. I actually have a float in here, and oh my dag on it. It's right there. I see it. I don't know if she would notice, but heck, I noticed, and I don't think you guys could see that. I mean, you could probably see it now. And that's the only one. So part of me is like, well, part of me wants to do it over. I could try to fix it. I just feel like it's going to be so obvious. But I also might just go ahead and make another one because it was that simple. It is basically tabby weave. It's just simple weaving, and let the color do the work. And I did do kind of like a salvage edge type of thing. I made it thicker. It's okay, but maybe I won't double thread it the next time. And it took me literally like no time to weave it, so I might just do it over and also make it a little bit longer because she's a little more broad than I am in the shoulders, and to give her more room to wrap this scarf around her. So I thought I made it long enough, but apparently I did not. So that's okay. And I have plenty of acrylic yarn that I'm still trying to work through, and I have still more of these. I think I still have at least 2 of these left. So I'm more on the side of just do it over, and hopefully won't have any boo-boos in the next one, and then I can give her a better made project, or product, I should say. Okay, folks, thanks for hanging out with me today. First of all, I'm sorry, I don't know if I said this, but if you're new to my channel, I'm so sorry. I'm not good at this stuff, scripts and all that kind of stuff. But if you're new to my channel and you watched me to the end, I appreciate you. And if you're returning and you watch me to the end, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for stopping by. Let me know if you prefer this over me talking about all the things that I've done, which could be spinning, knitting, crochet, along with weaving. I just, from doing this one little segment, I actually like that I'm focusing on one craft, which is today it's weaving. If you like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to know when I post again, it might, I don't know if it automatically follows up in people's feeds. Probably not, because I don't get a lot of likes. I don't get a lot of views. So yeah, oh well, it's life. But if you are interested when I do post again, if you could subscribe, that would help you know when I've posted another video. Again, thanks guys for hanging out with me. I hope you all are having a good holiday season. Stay warm where it's freezing cold, and enjoy the sunshine where it's not. All right, guys, till the next time, which I'm not sure when, but I am going to, like I said, tie this off, and then I will start weaving. When I start weaving, I will actually record it and do it for my next Weaving Wednesday. Okay? All right, bye for now. Thank you. Oh yes, let me cut the threads off first that I don't need.